If I had a Poke for every fan-made Pokemon
Hello,
region that I've
everyone, and
reacted
welcome
to
to
that had a
episode
fighting type
18.
evolution
I'm
in it,
Gabe,
I'd
and
have
today
2
we'll be
Poke,
taking on the
which
fighting
isn't a
type
lot, but it's
gym.
weird that it
But
happened
let's
twice.
do a quick recap real fast. In the last
Took like
episode,
5
we
takes
traveled
to do
along
that
the
intro.
overgrown Route 9 and found an abandoned laboratory. You discovered clues about Professor Ginkgo and the leader of Team Arc working together in the past and uncovering 2 dormant legendary Pokemon.
And next one, we're fighting a gym leader, which is a bit of a cool down, but hey, it's a video game at the end of the day. We didn't let you play the game. We're not a very good video game.
You arrive
Isn't
in
that
Order
right, Metal
Outpost
Gear
again,
Solid?
and you know that
Okay.
Beth, the
Solid's a
fighting
fighting
type
series, but
researcher,
let me play
is
the
waiting
damn
for
game.
you somewhere inside the massive, centrally located building.
Gacha games
Let's
have that
take a
problem
look
too.
at what the
I
puzzle
don't care
will be
about your
for our
freaking
fighting type
87
gym.
waifus.
When you
Let
step
me play
inside,
the freaking
you
game.
are not greeted by any researchers, and instead, you're left to figure out the puzzle without any prompts. You quickly see that the building is separated into a series of hexagonal rooms. And in order to pass to the other side of the building, where you assume Beth is, you'll need to make it through the various rooms. Each room is painted with a fun mural that reflects one of the 18 Pokemon types.
Ooh.
Along with that, there are 6 doors, and
So
in
18
front of
rooms.
each door
Great.
there is a training dummy with a sign showing another Pokemon type or 2. You can strike a dummy, and if you hit the correct one, its door will open, allowing you to proceed
So
to
what,
the
do I hit
next
the
room.
type that's super effective
But
against the other
if
one?
you are incorrect, a trapdoor opens beneath you, and you are whisked back
If it's
to the
a
start
super
of the gym.
effective one, then this is
It's
going
up
to
to
be
you
easy.
to conclude that the Pokemon type that is represented by the mural in each room is super effective against one of the training dummies' types.
Ah,
and
it's
that
the
you
way
need
around.
to strike that one in order
Okay,
to
so it
proceed.
takes a little more
And
thought
things
then.
get a little
like,
bit
what's
more
grass super
complicated the
effective
further
against?
you go, as some of the training dummies start having dual types for you to
Ooh.
figure out. And of course, you'll run into the occasional wild fighting type Pokemon or researcher that you must
Not to
battle.
mention, it's like,
But
okay,
eventually, you do
we'll
make
start
it all
easy
the
with
way to
like,
the final
what
room
is
where
fire super
Beth
effective
is
against?
stretching
Grass,
and readying
obviously,
herself
or
for
bug.
battle.
But as we
Took
go
your
on, it
sweet
could be
time,
like,
didn't
okay,
you?
so what's
I
grass
just
super
wanted to
effective
thank you
against?
again for all your help clearing out that Team Art camp at Crater Cliff. That Psycat is trouble,
Bug,
let me tell you.
poison, or
Well,
I
I'll
don't
let
know,
you in on a little secret.
flying.
She actually used to be Professor Ginkgo's research partner. What?
Really?
You already knew that? Huh. You
I was
uncovered some of
I
the
only said
research in
really
an
because I was
abandoned
hoping you
lab?
had more information, but no.
Wow. You're a smart one. Well, they came to this
I
island
would
when
just
it was
been like,
completely devoid
really?
of life.
Be more
They made
info.
some type of discovery together that let them not only return vegetation and life
They
to
made
the whole
some
island,
sort of
but
discovery.
also revive all
Shut
of the
up, don't think
extinct
about it.
Pokemon. The
They'll
professor
probably explain
really
it, but,
doesn't like
you know.
to talk about what happened between them, but Psycat must have tried something pretty despicable to get disbanded from the research program.
I'll say.
Enough of the gossip.
No,
You
give
came
me more
here
gossip.
for
I
a
want.
battle.
Forget
didn't
the
you?
battle. I want
Let's
more
see if
story.
you can handle my fighting
This
type
were the few times
Pokemon.
the games was like,
Beth
no,
is a
don't give me
serious combatant
gameplay.
and
I
leads
just
with
bitched
her
about no
Takashuru.
gameplay. Now I'm like,
It
give me more
is speedy,
gameplay.
but you know
No,
its
wait,
tricks by this point.
strike that, reverse
And
it.
next, she is forced to bring out her Fractip. After knocking out this rock type, she sends out a new Pokemon. It's time for our head-butting giraffe to evolve.
Nice.
I knew that I wanted a Megaloceros or Irish elk design,
Irish,
and I
cool.
kind of stumbled into a connection between Bumpif and this. We're going to have the 2 large fists that Bumpif sported on its head. We're going to have those
really
open up
big
into a
deer.
gargantuan hand-shaped rat.
I don't.
I also wanted this
Are they
design to look
extinct?
as though
'Cause they
it
look
could
like they
be
could
the
exist
common
nowadays.
ancestor to the Deerling and Stantler lines. So I
can
pulled
see it.
in some slight inspiration from them as well, and on the whole, it kind of needed to be fairly simple to allow it
Maybe
to
just
lead
the
to both
antlers
of
are
those
so
lines.
big, but there are some really
Oh, I
big
didn't
antlers
mention
now.
this
Don't
when
tell
we
me
made
moose are,
Bumpif, but
are extinct now.
I was really on the fence about typing, since they could pretty easily be normal and fighting type, but in the end I landed on them both being just fighting type, since we could really use more monotypes in the Palean region.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Plus, it's still a
this
quadruped
is
fighting
Eloceric,
type.
the head-hand Pokemon.
I can't wait for this to be
The
added to
heavy
Pokken
antlers
tournament.
on Eloceric's head
And
are
Spear one.
swung
Oh yeah, that
in
game
a wide
exists.
arc to keep predators at bay. Though rigid, they can be quite
Get these
dexterous with their
hands.
head
They're
adornment, and
Nintendo's
have been
favorite
seen
boss
picking up
idea.
and throwing
2
annoying
floating
Pokemon.
hands.
Eloceric
Oh, wait, there's
are
no giant head.
protectors
Dang
of
it.
forests and fields and stomp any injustice they see. Its ability is Mold Breaker,
so
and that lets
safe.
it use a
Stops
move
injustice,
regardless
stops
of the
injustice.
opposing
Nice, I like this
Pokemon's
thing.
ability. This regal Pokemon is well-rounded and strong, but you take it down. Next up, Beth sends out another new Pokemon. Something based on Therizinosaurus or Deinocheirus has
Another
been
new
requested since the start of the series, and I'm happy
Naturally.
that we've finally gotten here. I'm really partial to the artistic renders of these animals that have them particularly poofy, especially with their, big shaggy tails, and I wanted to bring that in.
Kind
I
of
also
sort of pose reminds me
posture
of
a bit,
seeing
both to
Fu,
mix
the Mind
things
Fu
up
evolution.
and also to introduce a few more slightly humanoid
Probably just the
silhouettes
pose.
to the decks. On the whole, I'm not a huge fan of people-looking designs, but I think this overall shape treads that line successfully. And it's always nice when we can get a few more kind of feminine silhouettes in there too.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, since Beth is using
Plus a
Pokemon,
few more
it's a
female-looking fighting types.
but I am pulling
They're
in the
always welcome to
secondary
the party.
type from the claws, Steel type. I felt like it just had
I've seen
to be.
Ronda
The
Rousey.
claws are
I
just
know
so
some girls can
gigantic.
kick ass.
We're also justifying the fighting type by having the Pokemon use its claws kind of like swords. Think of it like a knight errant or a wandering samurai, keeping the claws tucked away, almost like a sheathed sword, and attacking only when necessary. Oh, and the shiny is just awesome. No real inspiration, just cool
I
colors.
thought it would look cool, which
And
is what you
here
need from a
is
shiny, right?
Therizinosaurus.
Oh, that is a cool shiny.
blade
That is a cool
Pokemon.
shiny, yeah.
This Pokemon wields its long metal claws with deadly precision.
Mm.
Therizinosaurus have an innate sense of justice and wander the land seeking to right wrongs. They never lose their cool in battle, as they have complete confidence in their composed fighting style. Therizinosaurus' claws have been observed cleaving through all natural
I hope they can
material
pull
in the
those
healing
things
region.
back, because if
And
they
its
want to
ability
grab
is, of course,
something,
Claws.
just imagine how that
That
works.
increases the power of moves that make contact. It tears through much of your team before you are finally
Yeah.
able to knock it out. Beth follows with her ace, fighting evolution.
There we
time.
go.
I
The
was
one you've been waiting
surprised how
for.
much trouble I had with this. Honestly, this has been the most difficult evolution to design so far.
Let me guess, because everyone took all
I've
the
seen
good
some
ideas
awesome
already.
Fakemon designs out there, but they always feel slightly over-designed to me. The karate gis and headbands just feel a little too much.
I don't know, I
They
like
would
them,
stand
but
out
hey, personal
against
opinions.
all the other evolutions. And I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but evolutions need to be clean and simple designs. I mean, all Pokemon design should be clean and simple, but
Yeah,
especially
they gotta be more
evolutions.
animator friendly.
But
'Cause 3D
finding a
models
way
are the
to
one taking care of
evoke
everything in
the
the
fighting
day.
type without adding a bunch of extraneous details was difficult. I mean, what does the fighting type even mean? In the end, I think the
People
pose
that
is doing
Pokemon
most
that
of the
punch
heavy
and
lifting
kick
here.
things.
It being crouched down and ready for battle at any time sells the fighting type more than the actual
I think
design.
we've got,
Other
there's a
than
bit of
that,
a
I
Galvantula
threw
color
in some
there.
banding that feels like fighters' wraps, along with some markings that could be read as scars. The ears gave me the most trouble, as I wanted something
Pretty
that
jolty on
vaguely
you here.
resembled headband tassels
It's cool.
without just being tassels. Colors were simple enough, though I had more fun with the shiny. Personality-wise, it feels like this evolution is on the edge of being a dark type, so the shiny colors are a pretty awesome dark type color palette to
To
reflect
reference
that.
Umbreon.
Alright, here is Sparion,
Hmm.
the scrappy Pokemon.
It looks pretty alright.
This
I kind of like the
feisty evolution
Karate-on
is
from,
always looking for a fight.
I don't remember
Sparion
which
are
region it was,
determined to
Tempest, I
become
wanna
the
say.
best that they can
But
be.
this is good too.
They are often a little too headstrong and challenge opponents that they are not ready for. Even when they lose,
It's a versatile
Sparion study their
thing.
opponents' moves and learn from their mistakes. Trainers must spend extra care to keep this Pokemon from picking unwarranted fights.
I'm thinking if I with that thing.
Not gonna lie, this is probably my least favorite evolution so far, but then again, fighting types tend to be my least favorite designs overall.
Yeah, they can't all
Be
be
sure to let me
winners.
know what you think of it down in the comments below. Anywho, Beth pushes you to the limit, but you somehow knock out her Sparion and emerge victorious.
I think
in
Sparion's pretty good though.
It was such an intense
fun.
battle that some of your Pokemon are ready to
Oh
evolve.
boy, and we will get to
But
that
we'll pick
next
up
time.
with all of those evolutions in the next
Wait, we
episode.
don't even get to be like,
Thank
hey,
you
here's
all
your badge,
so
good
much
work
for watching,
beating
and
me, or any of that
please leave
stuff.
a like if
I
you
know it's
enjoyed this
not
video.
badges, but you
As
know what I
always,
mean when I
I
say
would
that.
love to hear your thoughts on today's episode down
Dang
in the comments
nabbits.
below. Of course, a huge thank you to Beth again, and I'll
Ugh.
see you in episode 19. Bye.
What happened? Did we forget? Or did we just like not be able to be I don't know. in there and like she gives you your gym thing. I don't know, whatever. Maybe we'll save that for next time or something. Maybe there'll be a crisis. I just forgot. Yeah, the Sparion looks cool. It looks alright. I don't think I disagree with the whole, like, it doesn't look the best, but, you know, again, they can't all be winners. They got 16 frickin' designs, something's gonna lose, right? I mean, in the real world, unfortunately, Flareon is the worst evolution, but I still freaking love that adorable thing. Like, if I got a Flareon in real life, not gonna bitch. Not for a second. Jolteon, maybe, because of how sharp those dang things are, but that's beside the point. Yeah, the moose thing creating, or elk or whatever, I still like the fact that they just like put them up. I think the pre-evolution with the fist brand, I kind of like better, whereas this is just like, get these hands. I don't know, that seems a little, I don't know, less optimal, I guess. Because when you have fists, you can like turn it that way, that sort of thing. But when you have it like this, it's like, I don't know, it looks, I don't know how to explain it. It just feels more limiting, I guess. But maybe that's because I'm used to, like, fists, like, well, human fists, obviously, where you can just have a wide range of movement, whereas this is stuck on the head, so you don't really have that wide range, and I'm thinking about it aloud. I don't know, it just, something feels off, is the best way I can explain it. It may not be a great way, but still. And the other one with the more feminine-looking fighting type, which is kind of weird. I mean, it's mostly just because the spikes are in the palm of the hand. It's like, that's the last place you want to have spikes. Wolverine has those things that come out of his knuckles, but that's an okay place to put them. Plus, he can retract them, so, you know, it's not like he's stuck like that 24/7. That's like the worst. If they can retract the spike things, then that's fine. That's cool. All that jazz. I can see that being good, but otherwise, just like, that feels like a hindrance, actually. Just how do you pick things up with that? You just have chopsticks for life? I mean, I don't have a problem with you having chopsticks, but, you know, I don't know. Some weird designs this one. I don't know. It wasn't that. It was fine at the end of the day. I kind of wish we put into it more, like, no, I didn't know that. Please tell me more. Just play dumb so you get more info. But it's interesting how they create some device that can bring it into it. I don't know, maybe that will be explained, maybe it won't. Magical science. Remember, if you can't explain it through magic, it's through science. If you can't explain it through science, it was through magic. Those are your two options. Oy. At least as if you can't genuinely explain it, I guess. I don't know. A wizard did it. But, yeah. Some cool Mon designs for the most part, and I like the idea overall. And plus, we've taken on a fighting gym, so yeah, another badge marker thing for us. So yay! Anyway, yeah, no 0.5 today, sadly, but hey, that's what you can't. I told you that wasn't gonna happen. There, bored, good. Anyway, I've taken the time long enough, so I'll let you all go now. Have a nice day. Bye.